And we're starting now. Hey everyone, welcome to Idiot Podcast. I'm here with my favorite person in the entire world, other than, well, my children, my mom, my friend Jack, Chris, my preschool teacher, Mrs. Pataki, this one police officer that I met in the afternoon one day. He was kind of a jerk, but I like him more than you. Alan, everyone. Woo! This is the famous This Is Alan. So I'm sure you guys all recognize him. Do you still get recognized?
Yes.
You know, our Halloween workout video has been going super viral since 2018? Something.
Well, it was a while ago.
Yeah, it was like 2018. Alan and I shot a Pamela Pupkin Halloween themed workout, and it's been going viral every single year. Honestly, more and more viral each year. People are remaking it all over the world. How many people go, "This is Alan," and point to their family members? How many videos have you seen like that?
Quite a few.
Like literally
Because
hundreds
I
of
follow
them.
all your stuff.
Hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
This is Alan. This is Alan. This is Alan.
Yeah.
This is Alan. This is Alan. This is Alan. This is Alan. This is Alan.
You know that you and I have done almost 20 videos together.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
20? Almost?
Well, 12 or more at least.
Okay, where'd you get 20? We've done a lot.
I know it sounded like a nice number, 20.
Yeah, I would say around that. I would say around
No,
that.
I don't think that many, but
I have an idea for us for a sketch. I want to have ChatGPT like write us a sketch or write us a little, you know, ChatGPT, do you ever use it?
no,
AI?
no,
Do you have a computer?
yes,
Internet?
yes.
Okay. But you've not used like ChatGPT? Do you know what it is?
No, I'm kind of technically a
It's
moron.
okay. It doesn't matter. It just does anything you want. Like, if I were to say, write a 2-minute horror film starring Alan Green and Laura Clary, it would just write it.
Really?
It would just write it. And it would probably be
That's
shit.
one of the things I'm striking against AI.
Oh,
I'm saying after, you know.
oh, right. Right. We won't be doing that. But can we do it? That sounds fun.
Well, you know what they're trying to pull. I do a lot of work as extras. You know, I do principal work too, but I work as an extra on TV shows.
So,
And what
yeah.
they want to do is to screen us once, then they don't have to hire us again. You know, they use those for all the episodes.
Wait, like shoot you once and then use that footage for all the episodes?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. I have a friend of mine that's a stunt man. He was down for an interview and they had a photography session. They took all these photos of him. And then he got the idea that they're trying to use AI so they don't have to hire him or use him more than once.
I see.
And so that's what SAG-AFTRA is against.
And I hear that. But it's also the future and it's kind of inevitable and it's here. So it's like we have to just adapt to it in some way.
Yeah, I know, but it'll cut our work
Yes.
down, and that's, you
But
know,
Alan, you're 80, how old are you?
I'm 81.
81.
And that's, you know, I'm not a big star that makes a lot of money.
Do you need to work?
Well, no, not really.
Not really. You want to work.
I want to work.
So
yeah.
Alan was an AD. Can you explain what that is in 2 sentences? Go.
Assistant director.
Okay.
And I worked on The Exorcist and Godfather Part 2 and quite a few movies and TV shows. And then I worked as a production manager and a producer, and I had a producing deal through Orion Television, and I wrote a screenplay called Acting Out. Had to join the Writers Guild. So I'm in the Directors Guild, the Writers Guild, and Screen Actors Guild.
And then when you were how old did you decide you wanted to be an actor?
After they stopped hiring me as an AD and a production
Why did they
manager.
stop hiring you as a
Well, because
AD?
they don't hire older people,
That's why?
I stopped getting calls. I was about 65, 66.
Okay.
I took my pension from the Directors Guild. I got my Social Security, so I don't have to work to pay my bills.
Yeah.
But I still want to work. So as an older actor, if the script calls for an old guy or a scene in a retirement home or something like that, I can still work.
I love that.
So that's when I joined SAG-AFTRA and started working as a senior actor.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And then we met years ago, and you've been in so many of my videos.
Well, the first one was on Get Fit and Lit with the Lord.
That's right, and
That
that's
was
what.
an exercise video.
Yeah, so that's how one of Pamela Pupkin's first videos was a workout for the Lord. Initially, she was like very Christian. I've since like moved away from that, but she started off doing a workout for Jesus.
Right.
Up, up, up to Jesus. Christ cross, up, up to Jesus. Circle, circle to the Lord. Circle, circle to the Lord. Circle, circle to the Lord and to the Lord and to the Lord. Christ cross, punch the devil. Kick Satan. Punch the devil. Kick Satan. You remember that?
Yeah, absolutely.
That shit went viral. I thought the Christians were going to be so mad at me for that because I'm not Christian, and I was like, wouldn't it be hilarious to do like a Christian themed or like a Jesus themed workout? Dude, they were all doing it at Jesus Camp. Like kids.
Really?
Yes, like kids. I was getting videos of kids all over the country doing it at Jesus Camp.
We were kind of concerned on The Exorcist that the Christians would absolutely hate it.
Right. And they loved it. The
yes.
Christians loved
They
The
loved it.
Exorcist.
The nuns, all the priests,
Wait, stop.
they would.
They for real loved it?
Yeah, they loved it because it's all about faith.
Right.
And they loved The Exorcist. We were afraid they would hate it.
Whoa. Because they were like, look what the power of Christ can do.
Right.
And you were like, it's fiction. And they were like,
Actually, it's not fiction.
it's not fiction. Wait, let's
It's-
talk about this.
It was actually based on a true case that Blatty, who wrote the screenplay and also produced, he went to Georgetown and he heard this story in Georgetown about a 12-year-old boy in Maryland who was possessed. And we had the younger priest in the actual event as our technical advisor.
Whoa.
He used to bless the set every day. And that's how we would start off the day. He would bless the set. And like he told me that the things that we did on The Exorcist were not as bad as the actual exorcism.
No.
And he was a Jesuit priest, he wouldn't lie. And he was at the actual exorcism of the 12-year-old boy in Maryland. So
Whoa.
William Friedkin, who was the director of The Exorcist, he didn't want to lose the audience. It was all about credibility. That was very important to him. Mm-hmm. He even pulled back or held back a bit on the stunts and the effects because he was afraid that the audience would say, this is ridiculous. This is so implausible.
But do you believe that that boy really was possessed? Do you believe that? Or perhaps...
I don't know.
Perhaps he just had some sort of disorder.
Who knows?
I mean, I think my kids are possessed like twice a week.
Well, they probably are.
Right. Kids are insane.
I know how to do an exorcism, by the way.
Could you...
Call me over.
Really?
I'd love to.
Would you do that for me?
Yes,
Really? Would you perform an exorcism?
Let the power of Christ compel you.
Okay, ready? Let's do it right here. Ready? Let's do it. Perform an exorcism on me.
Your
Ready?
mother sucks got one.
Okay, ready?
How dirty can I get in this podcast? Dear me.
Fuck me.
Didn't she say that?
What?
Fuck me.
Oh yeah.
Fuck me.
And that was Linda Blair too.
Really?
We only used the stunt double in 3 scenes on The Exorcist, and that's the crab walk down the stairs,
I could have done that.
because that's a stunt.
I could have done the crab walk.
Okay,
I literally could. Watch.
you got the part. And then, the scene where she threw the doctor across the room.
I could have done that.
And that's because the 12-year-old girl is not strong enough to
Yeah.
do that. And then the next scene is the crucifix in the vagina.
I could have done that. I could.
I know you could.
I would have wanted to do that.
And we didn't want a 12-year-old girl.
No, la 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 no
That would have been
no.
appropriate for a 12-year-old girl
Absolutely
to
not.
do that.
Absolutely not. Chris wrote something, but I'm blind is a bad. No, it's okay. It's okay. What does it
Like
say?
allegedly after the exorcism, the boy was cured normal again. The real life.
Okay, so let's get back to the actual real. So The Exorcist was based on a real story.
Yes,
Do you
yes.
believe it, Alan? Do you believe that?
I don't know.
And basically, allegedly, the boy was cured after the exorcism, right, Chris? Yeah.
I don't know how much he changed it in the novel. He had heard the story when he was in Georgetown. And then so it kind of stayed in his mind for all those years. And then he wrote The Exorcist.
That's wild. Now, tell me,
They're blatty about.
so you've done tons of movies, TV shows in the, 60s, 70s, 80s, all 3 decades. What's your most wild story? Because I know you had some wild stories from that time. Like jaw-dropping, disgusting.
Well, I'm kind of a collector of old Hollywood stories.
Okay.
Here's one that I talked about on the podcast once before. It's the day I'll always remember on The Exorcist. We were working on the cold set.
On the what set?
On the cold set, which was her bedroom, the child's a room on an effects set inside of a freezer.
So you guys were
Because-
working inside of a freezer.
Right. Now, we didn't have the freezer on all the time,
Okay.
but whenever we wanted to see the condensation of the breath,
Jesus.
because that was before they had computer animated.
Yeah, special
Yeah,
effects.
yeah. And so we did all those effects practically on the set.
I can't imagine.
So we were working in the cold set, and it was at the time of the exorcism that the priests were saying, "Let the power of Christ compel you. Let the power of Christ compel you. Let the power of Christ compel you." And the girl was rising up on the bed. Walls were cracking. The ceiling was cracking. And that actually happened on the set. That made a lot of noise, though. So we had to do that in inserts because we were recording sound. So the director had this idea. A day before we shot that scene, he told his 4 prop guys, bring in shotguns with blank shells. And we had turned on the freezer the night before because we wanted to see the condensation of the breath. The crew was all in Arctic gear. The girl was under 3 electric blankets, and the priests all had sweaters under their frocks. He would yell, "Fire the guns," and the prop guys would, and the noise was deafening. And he would do this take after take after take.
But why did he put the shotguns? Why?
Well, he wanted to give the actors the idea that all this was happening around them.
Got it.
And the sound of the shotguns would die down after about 20 seconds, but you can still feel the vibrations
Yeah.
for like 2-3 minutes afterwards. So when the sound died down, he would yell, "Action!" And the priest would say, "Let the power of Christ compel you. Let the power of Christ compel you." So we did this 25 times.
Yeah.
The crew all had splitting headaches. We were about to kill the director.
Yeah.
Finally, on the 25th take, he gets a print. I'll bet you have to do a protection take because the lab could scratch the negative. Anything could happen. So we do the protection take. Unbeknownst to anybody, the key grip had crawled up in the rafters. And when the director yelled, "Fire the guns," he drops a rubber chicken right on the bed. Well, the whole crew, the cast, and the director couldn't stop laughing. We were laughing for like 20 minutes. We all went outside of the set, warmed up, stopped laughing, and went back in and got the protection take.
Oh my gosh.
And that was the greatest prank to break the tension,
Totally.
because there was a lot of tension on this set.
Yeah. It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's a day I'll always remember on The Exorcist.
I like that. I like that.
And I remember every day on The Exorcist too,
Really?
but that was a day that I'll always remember.
Whoa. So wait, did you go to college?
Sure.
For what?
Well, I took advertising in college.
So then how'd you become an AD?
Well, I started to work at Gray Advertising after college. Got into the production of commercials. And then from that,
Yeah.
I got into the training program of the Directors Guild.
Okay.
And then I started to work on the longer stuff.
Whoa.
But I started in commercials.
Do you ever want to retire?
Yeah, when I die.
When you die?
Yeah. I love to work.
Yeah. It's not really work.
And if
huh?
I can't work as an AD or a production manager or a producer, because that's a young man's game, I'll be a senior actor.
I just love that. I love that you
Yeah.
did that. I love that you decided to
I
do
love
that.
to work. I love to stay busy.
Yeah. That's really inspiring for a lot of people. Because I think, I don't know, a lot of us are afraid to get older and what that looks like, or maybe what we saw, what it looked like for our grandparents. And a lot of them retired early and like didn't do a lot, but you've got such a fun, full life, and you're so young at heart. I wonder, like, what would you say is your secret behind that? Is it your attitude? What is it, Alan?
Have a sense of humor.
Tell us. Oh, that's it?
Don't take life too seriously.
Okay.
And have fun.
Really? Is that simple?
Yeah.
Have a sense of humor. Don't take life too seriously. So, okay, let's get serious for a second, but not so serious.
All right.
Because we don't take life so seriously. So you had a wife for 18 years.
Yes.
Well, how'd you meet her? In one sentence.
At the college.
At college, okay.
Yeah,
And you
that
got
was my college sweetheart.
okay,
Then after college, we got married. Had a wonderful son.
okay.
It lasted 18 years. We grew apart.
Why'd you grow apart?
I was a kind of a player
You were a player,
in those days.
really. Couldn't keep it in your pants, huh?
Absolutely. And
Absolutely not.
I take about 80% of the responsibility
Really?
for
You were
screwing up the marriage. Yeah.
because you were screwing everything around you.
Yeah.
Okay. How many affairs did you have? Oh Jesus, you can't even. You don't even know.
I think I lost count
Oh
after
my God.
200.
Get Alan.
Wow.
Alan. 200
I
affairs?
don't know.
You don't know?
I don't keep score.
You don't keep score? It wasn't twice, and the second time I terribly regretted it?
No.
No? We're talking hundreds? Hundreds, Alan?
Well over 18 years, yeah.
Now, okay. Did she discover these?
No, I told her once in an argument.
You were like, I banged 200 other people,
right.
just FYI.
And then for about 10 years afterwards, she punished me. And I just got tired of being punished.
Right.
I said, I need out. I have to end this.
Now, hold on. Why
And
did
so
you told her
I
about,
got a divorce.
you got a divorce. Okay.
And so I shake every time.
And now you wiggle.
Yeah, right.
And now you wiggle.
Right, I wiggle every time.
Because you're divorced. See, divorced
I
men.
love that podcast
Divorced
that you
men
did
can wiggle
with
too.
Manon.
You like that?
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. Back to the affairs, just real quick.
Okay.
So you decided to tell her that you had multiple affairs.
Yeah, we were having
Why
an
did you tell her?
argument and I blurted it out.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Alan? What'd
I
you
said,
fucking
well, I've had over 200 affairs.
say? That's so messed up. Wait, okay, but then you, poor woman, I'm glad you got a divorce. And did she remarry?
Yes.
Amazing. Beautiful. Love that.
Yes.
And you got a beautiful son out of it.
And we're friends now.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I mean, it was kind of hard at the start for about 5 years.
Okay.
But then we were at my son's college graduation and we started to get friendly. And we're friends now, even on Facebook.
I love that. You guys are Facebook friends.
Yeah.
You know it's legit.
Yeah.
You know it's legit. So you were saying that ADs, assistant directors, have groupies, and those groupies were extras.
Yeah.
Okay, normally. But now,
Normally. And then I was on location a lot. So.
okay, and it was the 70s. I'm not
Yeah, it was
justifying
the
your
70s.
horrific behavior, Alan. Horrific.
I was
Deplorable.
before AIDS and all these diseases.
It was before AIDS.
Right.
It was pre-AIDS, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Right.
Okay. But then, so divorced, she was freed from you.
Yes.
Okay. Did you make amends to her?
Yes, as I said, over the years, we started to get friendly again.
I wonder if she had any affairs.
No.
How do you know that?
Well, because
How do you know she wasn't banging the pool boy?
because we didn't have a pool.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay. No. You think after 18 years you know a person.
Okay.
So when I knew her, and
Yeah.
I know I was the one who strayed.
So okay, but then you met another woman,
Well, that was about 8 years after
Uh-huh.
I got divorced.
and how'd you meet her?
I met her. I had a boat in Marina del Rey, and she was on vacation with a girlfriend from Japan,
Okay.
and they were walking around the docks in Marina del Rey, and I was on the stern of our boat with a friend of mine, and it was like 4 o'clock on a Sunday, and we were having cocktails. And these cute Japanese girls walked up. They asked if they could take our picture. So I said, yeah, sure. And we started talking to them. They spoke broken English. And they said that we're going to Yosemite at 12 o'clock at night on a bus tour. And that was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So we said, oh, okay, we'd love to take you to dinner at this Spanish restaurant across the harbor. And so we took them to dinner, and then we still had quite a bit of time before their bus tour. And I said, oh, why don't I take you on a harbor cruise? So we took him around the harbor, and then we got back. And I said, why would you want to go to Yosemite? It's just a lot of trees and stuff.
Yeah.
It's nature stuff.
Yeah.
I said, stay here. I had just done a job in Arizona, Madhouse. And I had some time off. I said, I'll be your tour guide. I'll show you Hollywood, like, you know, all the studios, because I had ins at all the studios. So I said, I'll show you places that the average tourist can't see. So she says, well, yeah, okay. So we dropped them back at their hotel that night, and the next morning I picked them up, and I was their tour guide. I showed them all over Hollywood, the studios, and we went to Warner Brothers studio, and Universal, and Sony, and all these studios. So then the friend had to go back at the end of the week. I said, look, why don't you stay on the boat? Because at that time, I had chosen the one I wanted.
And had you guys kissed or anything at that point?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we kissed.
You guys like made out and stuff?
Yeah, well.
You made out?
Okay, so.
Did you do anything else? Did you
You're
guys?
getting very personal. I don't know if I should say.
All
I'll
right.
get in trouble.
All right, it's
So
cool. It's cool. It's cool.
anyway, I told her to
Yeah.
stay on the boat. Then the friend went back, and we dated for like a year and a quarter.
Okay.
And then it was a few days before my birthday. And she says, what would you like as your birthday present? And I said, marry me. Because after a year and a half, I knew this was the one.
But how did you know she
and
was
I
the
was
one?
ready to get married.
Okay.
Because I was tired of being single, and the timing was right.
Well, that's really interesting you say that, because that doesn't sound very romantic, but it's so true.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
it's not necessarily, oh my God, I met my soulmate, she's the one, nobody else understands me.
and
No.
the timing could be wrong. It has to be.
So timing is the big
Yeah.
indicator.
Yes, exactly. You have to want to get married, you know, the two people at the
So
same
you were
time.
ready and she was there.
And she needed a green card, and I
Oh my
needed a
God.
wife.
That's so romantic.
Anyway,
Really. This
so
is more
we've been
romantic than
married
The
for
Notebook.
32 years.
You should write your version of The Notebook.
So we've been married for 32 years.
And how's it going?
And we occasionally have arguments,
Okay,
as all married couples do.
sure.
And she says, I should have gone to Yosemite.
That's her
After
line.
32 years, she still throws that in.
She still says that.
She still says that when we have arguments.
I
I should have gone to Yosemite.
Really? But overall, you have a good marriage, you'd say?
Yes.
You enjoy it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And what's the secret there?
Because it's the best I can do at 81. Who's going to want this?
Jesus, Alan.
Old-
You really just, I keep wanting a sweet story and you're
Old,
just fucking them
decrepit
all
old
up
man.
with your disgusting
Well,
perspective.
She's 18 years my junior.
Okay, this just keeps getting worse.
So
All right.
I need a person to take care of me when I
Oh, that's it?
have to
You want
change my
someone to
diaper.
wipe your ass? That's why you picked her? She needed a green card, you needed your ass wiped? Is this what's happening?
Well, it's not as easy as that.
Okay.
But it's,
That's a part of it?
well, there's a little romance. Yes.
A little romance?
Yes.
Okay, there's a little romance?
Yes, 3-4 times a year.
Oh, really? You still, really? Really?
Come on, that's
Wait,
not-
really? No, come on, just a little bit. It still works though?
What still works?
Nothing, never mind. It's okay. I don't want to know. Don't want to know. Don't want to know. So that's your love life, and you're still working. Would you say you're happy in your life?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'd rather be 25 and,
Would you?
oh, sure.
You're not like,
Old age is not for sissies, I'll tell you.
really?
Yeah.
But have you accepted it, though?
What, do I have a choice?
Yeah, you could not accept it.
What?
You could be in
Anyway,
resistance.
what we had planned to talk about.
Yeah. How'd we get derailed into your 8,000 affairs? Jesus.
What
Okay.
we had planned to talk about.
Was old Hollywood stories.
Old Hollywood
Give
stories.
me one more.
I'm a collector of old Hollywood stories.
Yeah, okay. Give me another crazy one. Make it 2 minutes long though. Go.
In the time of Errol Flynn
Okay.
and David Niven,
Okay. No idea who those are.
they're old-time actors.
Okay.
And they were party boys, and they shared a house together. And they used to go to parties all the time. Well, they had a gentleman, his name was Freddie, and they used him on all their movies. And he was like a background actor. And he was supposed to have a gigantic penis.
Big dick. Gigantic.
Very big. And they would take him to parties and say, "Hey, Freddie, drop your pants and show everybody you're
Massive
enormous
dong.
schlong." And he would say, "Okay." And he got to be known as OK Freddie.
Okay, Freddie, because he just
Yeah.
whip out his dong
Right.
for everyone? Okay.
So they took him to a party one night. Milton Berle was at the party. He was supposed to have a gigantic penis too.
Okay.
So all night long, Errol Flynn and David Niven are hounding Milton Berle. Let's have a contest. See whose is the biggest. And Milton Berle kept saying, "No, don't be ridiculous. That's stupid. It's immature. I'm not going to do that." But all night long they were hounding him. And he finally says, "Okay, but I'm only taking out half of it, just enough to win." Now that's an old Hollywood story I heard. Here's another one. Alfred Hitchcock was on the Universal lot. He directed Lifeboat. I don't know if you've heard of the movie. William Bendix and Tallulah Bankhead and a few other actors are in this lifeboat. So they had this shot where the camera is on the floor of the lifeboat and they're looking up at Tallulah Bankhead. So the cameraman yells at Alfred. He says, "Alfred, we have a problem." Alfred says, "What is the problem?" So the cameraman says, "I'm looking up her dress and she's not wearing underwear."
Oh my God.
So Alfred walks over, looks at the viewfinder, and he says, "Excuse me, Tallulah, we have a little bit of a problem. I don't know if we should call hair or makeup."
Oh no. No.
That's a story I heard. I collect old Hollywood stories.
I believe it.
Okay.
Now, I want to end this beautiful, amazing podcast with some questions from your fans, because you have fans.
I have fans.
Yes. Mary Baldwin 9 says, "Hi, Alan. Are you available for private parties?"
Well, what type of parties?
That's a good question. What
I
are you
used to go to those type of parties at one time, but
talking about swinging?
yeah.
How long were you a
Yeah,
swinger?
that was in the years in between marriages.
Okay.
Yeah.
After your 200 affairs, you were like, you know what?
Yeah, well, that was
I
not
think I know
enough.
my calling.
Yeah,
It's
right.
banging everything that moves.
Yeah, yeah. No, 200 was not enough. I need more. I need more.
Do you think you were a sex addict?
Probably.
Yeah. And then what?
Probably.
But then in your second marriage, tell me.
What? No,
Faithful?
not the second. Yeah,
100%?
100%.
Was it hot?
She has a She has a samurai sword, and I have to sleep sometimes.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't. That part of me is over. That
Is it the samurai sword that kept you faithful?
no.
Really? Was it hard, truthfully, was it hard to be faithful? Because it sounds like, and I'm not going to say you had a sex addiction, like who am I to diagnose you had a sex addiction?
Well, it got
But,
to be.
like, was it hard to stay
It
faithful?
got to be boring, you know.
What was boring was banging everything that moved. That got to be boring.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but then now in the second marriage, it's 32 years, I'm saying, was it difficult? Because you hear, once a cheater, always
Well,
a cheater.
no, because I got married at 49.
Okay. So you had just
So
like,
by
that time.
I was over my sexual peak.
I see. Okay. All right. It's just good to
And
know.
sex wasn't as important.
Sex wasn't as important. Okay. When did it die down? Around that time?
Yeah,
Okay.
around that time.
Okay, next question. What is it like hanging out with a divorcee? Does she really shake that much?
Well, I've been divorced too.
I know, we're both divorced.
I know, and we love to shake.
We love it.
Wiggle and shake.
We wiggle and shake all day. Okay. Callie51482 asks.
Oh, Callie.
Callie!
I remember her.
You remember Callie? Hi, Alan. I don't know who you are, but it's a pleasure to meet you. What are your thoughts on higher consciousness?
I don't know.
That's a great
If
answer.
you tell me what higher consciousness is, then I'll
Let me tell you.
know.
Higher consciousness is a state of elevated awareness and perception in which a person has a deeper understanding of the nature of reality, the self, and various spiritual aspects of life that play an important role in one's personal evolution and their psychological development. Exactly.
Next question.
Next question. How do you know Laura? Is it from prison?
You had an audition for Get Fit and Lit with the Lord, the exercise, the Pamela Pumpkin exercise video.
That's right. I auditioned Alan. I found you on one of those sites, Actors
Right.
Access or
Yeah.
one of those. And he came in
And I came in and I made you laugh.
and you made me laugh, and that was
And I've done probably 12 or more of your videos.
Yep. And we're just going to keep going.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you responded, and I'm so glad we met all those years ago. Let's just keep making stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How does that sound?
It's okay by me.
I love that. I like your idea for this Halloween workout. So we're just about to go shoot. We're just going to remake the Halloween workout. And I said, Alan, can you bring a costume? And what did you want to be? A giant dick. You were like, I want to be a penis.
Yeah, but you don't have that outfit
No,
anymore.
it deflated, and I can't get it to blow up. It's forever flaccid. I just can't. The penis costume
Well,
is
so
broken.
am I.
Do you want to be a flaccid dick? I'm trying to be PG, Alan. I need brand
right,
deals. Yeah.
All right, and then you can introduce me as Dick instead of Alan.
Yes. I like
Yeah,
that.
but you no longer have the costume.
No.
That
no,
was
I don't.
my idea.
I
but
have a
my
vagina.
next
I've got a
idea,
vagina.
I'd be a vagina
Would
too.
you?
Yeah.
I would actually love you to be a vagina. I don't have it here with me. I would love you to be a massive vagina, though.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just like I'm trying to make
Yeah,
it
I've been called a
kid-friendly.
pussy before.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway, so the idea I had, I've played Trump.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, I do a terrible impression of Donald Trump. I've played him on a couple of videos.
Let me see your Donald Trump impression.
Well, I specifically wanted to play him in the mugshot,
Okay, yes.
which is him scowling.
That's great. That's Donald Trump.
And so I brought the black suit, the red tie,
Perfect. Donald Trump's mugshot.
and I would comb my hair in a part on the side and do a comb over
Let's do it.
thing as long as you have a lot of hairspray to keep it that way.
I'll find some. Let's do it. Let's do it. Are you ready to work out?
Yeah,
Yeah? You ready?
I'm ready to work out.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I really appreciate you coming on and coming here to play. It's always so much fun. And I love you. Say you love me
it's
too.
a lot of fun to be played.
Yay!
I love
we
you too.
did
You know
it.
that.
I know you do. I know you do. So guys, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a like and comment below your thoughts. If you want to hear more stories from Alan, just shoot us a comment below. I think we covered a lot, Alan. We covered a lot in this episode.
All right.
I feel like I know more about you and I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, you're not the only one.
Mm-hmm. The more
I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who don't like me.
Yeah, the more I get to know you, the less I like you. But here we are. Here we are. And remember, folks, have a sense of humor. Don't take life too seriously. Have 200 affairs. And what was the last one?
And get married to a Japanese girl.
And marry a Japanese woman only.
Right.
Konnichiwa.
And you just have to know one Japanese word,
Okay.
and that's gomendasai.
And what does that mean?
And say it a lot. That means I'm sorry.
Okay.
And say it a lot. That's the secret of having a happy marriage
Is saying I'm sorry
to a Japanese woman.
to a Japanese woman. Wow. Anything else?
One joke.
All right, one joke and then we're done.
This guy's staying at a very swanky hotel. He's in the pool. And the manager comes out, calls him over. He says, sir, you're going to have to leave the hotel. He says, why? And the manager says, well, we've had a lot of complaints from the guests that you're pissing in the pool.
Okay.
And the guy says, oh, come on. Everybody pisses in the pool. Yeah, but not from the diving board.
That's good. I like that. That's like my son Alfie. He'll clear the pool. He'll just
Oh, really?
Yeah, he'll stand on the side and just pull his and just start peeing. He's 4. When he was
Well.
3, he would do that. I've taught him.
Yeah, that's allowed.
Yeah. You're
I'm,
81.
No, I'm 81. I still do that.
You still piss in the pool?
Yeah.
From the diving board or in?
Both.
Really? We're done. Let's go work out. We did it. Yay!
Okay.